Good day, good day. Welcome to C7 Hobbies Hangout. Hello. How's everyone doing today? Alright, I got a couple of extra windows open just because I'm trying. We're hopefully got this chat up and running across everybody. At least that's what I hope. Everything should be good. Mute that, close that. We got going. Rand, good evening. How are things? I'm doing well, thank you. Doing okay. Just trying to get everything. Technology's great when it works, but when you don't fully understand it, it's a little going on here. Let's see if that works. So far, so good. I'm not. Looks like I'm connected for YouTube. I'm on Twitch. And I have no idea if we're actually streaming on Kick at this point. But I don't think anyone's really on Kick anyways. It's more of a gaming thing anyways, but we'll see. But, no, doing alright. Doing alright. How's your day, Rand? How are you doing? How are things? What have you been up to? What you working on? See here, last night I finally got my bases all set up, all covered up. Could be a little thicker in certain areas, but we use paint. So those are for my Dark Angels, and then I just recently, before we started here, did the base for my Space Marine, Space Wolf. I don't even remember if he's a captain, lieutenant, or something. But that's going to be his base. He's going to be kind of jumping off all crazy like. So, we'll leave that dry. Then, of course, then also I fixed the guy's shoulder pad. Now that's on. That should be, yeah, it's pretty solid. That's good. With some milliput. So decided to throw that in. That works. It's doing well. Assembling Space Wolf Intercessors. Nice. Well, we got Dark Angels Intercessors here tonight. So that's what we're going to continue building up. So nice, nice. Cool. Yeah. So, but yeah, things are slowly coming along here. It's doing well. Okay, also gotta make sure. Speaking to my mic, I was watching the replay, and obviously sound kind of cuts in and out when I'm away from my mic. So trying to. Also trying to determine a better place for my mic. Just because I'm also constantly moving back and forth, so we'll see. But things are all right. Things are all right. All right. Yeah. Let's finish off these first 5 intercessors. So here's our next. I think our next dude. No, it would not be this dude. Come on, really, guys? He's on the back foot. At this point, crap, no, I'm just going to leave bodies. We're just going to cut out the arms and guns and glue those together at this point. And then I'll figure out which ones go best to each body. Because these, I mean, come on. I don't know how you're reading these, man, but these aren't making sense for me. Interchangeable parts, you got the 5. You got the different leg pieces for each guy, but they don't specify. Obviously, yes, you know, cut kit bash and make things change and everything else, which is fine. Just, I don't know, man. I like specifics. I like to go a specific route and then whatnot. But yeah, we also got a whole bunch of extras stuff so we can add on after the fact. But we'll start with the arms and guns. It is confusing. Some of their instructions are really clear, really good. And then there are others that are just figure it out. Here's the part, here's the thing, and just slap it together. And you're like, wait, what? I don't understand. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I definitely want the shotgun, dude. That one's cool. I don't know if I want the reload guy here with the clip, only because I have that already for my Space Wolves, so I don't want to change it up. So, but all right, let's start with 15 and 16. Let's see what we got here. 15 and 16. All right, fair enough. You know what? And we're also going to take out the drill bits. We're going to properly drill the barrels. Blade guard directions were clear. Oh, absolutely, exactly. That's just exactly it. The blade guard ones were great, but these intercessor ones are just all over the place. It's like, wait a minute. Yeah. That's just it. So it's interesting that they've... I think it's probably so confusing because there's just so many different options. And, you know, if they were to make it clear cut, people are going to be like, oh, then they're all looking the same. And if they leave some sort of ambiguity to it, then at least people will be like, oh, it's not all that the same kind of thing. I don't know. Possibly, maybe not. Hard to say. And then I should double check on YouTube where we're at here. On the YouTube front. Is that no. No, that's the wrong. That's this one. If I go here, refresh, because of course it's not. Okay, so that one's, why are they both vertical? No, I don't want them both vertical. Ah. Away. Technology is great when it works, but it doesn't, not today. Today is not that day. Ah, come on. All right, well, there's no point in me trying to troubleshoot that while we're live. I think I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. So we'll go with the flow on this one. And see what happens. Hopefully it works itself out somehow. And it's not even working on kick at this point. My God. Okay. Blah blah. How are things? Welcome. welcome. How are you doing? Welcome. We're right now building some intercessors for some dark angels. We chilling, taking a break from making models. Nice. What models are you making? Which ones are you working on? AOS, 40K, Kill Team. Do a little bit of everything here. A little bit bigger. Jeez, we just bulk painted and finished 16 war dogs. What? 16 war... You're a bigger man than... bigger man, woman, or... Depending... That's a lot. I can't even paint 5. Let alone do 10. That's crazy, man. That's crazy talk. That's crazy. Mano. Did someone say Dark Angels? I did say Dark Angels. You know, I'm fat now. I own a mirror. Wow. Why am I disconnecting from my own chat? Really, what is happening here? Oh, this is not going to go. Yeah, there we go. 16 like that. Man, that takes strength. That's crazy. That's a lot. All the power to you for pulling that off. 16 war dogs. Jeez. No, I can barely paint 5 guys at a time. I remember I did a squad of 10 and I nearly lost my mind. It's just a Twitch feature. Oh my goodness, is it? Now to finish my actual commission before the 24th. You got a month. What type of commission? What are you working on? It's exciting. Do you do commissions often? And carefully with the blade. Creating a bit of a pilot hole. No, I should have done the other one. I knew it. Thought I had a little bit more room. A Stode's army. What? 2 commissions for selected people. Nice. Okay. Fair enough. I've had poor experiences with commissions, so I don't do those anymore. It's not something I want to do. It kind of took away the fun of painting and building, at least for me. So, but all the power to you, be able to pull it off. And my select people is 3. Fair. It's even better. You, and you. All right, that's it. We're good. Next. That's fair. Especially if you know them well and you paint for them and you play with them, that also helps. Good. Nice. That's fair. It's not for the money, it's literally for the boys. Well, that's always... That would be the probably the best way to go about it. I approve that message. Nice. All right, just a slight. And of course, it's off, but you know, I missed that class of witchcraft and getting it the first time, so Should be at least looking okay when it's all painted up and everything else. Chuck the pieces around. Do you have a punch? What do you mean have a punch? Oh, you can dip. Oh, a punch. Oh. Like a center punch. Oh, okay. They center it every time. Well, that's a good idea. I didn't even think of it. 10 punch it. All right, fair enough. Let's see that. That's soft enough. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. No, not like that. You just can't punch resin. Yeah, resin is a whole other. Whole other game plan on that one. No. I do have a few resin models. I got was it the Wolf Rider for the Space Wolves, and then I've got the Tantalus that actually still needs to be built. But I mean, you just will be sad. Yeah. Yeah, resin plays by its own rules. For sure. Nice. Let's see. All right, next one is 3940. Leave that one there. 3940. 39 and 40. Way over here. $39 and $40. Let's see here. Again, nothing. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on here, but that's fine. No, at least it's working on Twitch, and that's all that matters at this point. It's streaming to YouTube, so that at least is working. It's just not the resolution I anticipated it was going to be, but both vertically set. Yet I've only set one vertically. I don't understand why. Multi-stream. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to turn off that one. And turn off that one. See, that one's done. That one is. That one's working. That one's not working. Even if I turn it off, it still doesn't work. I don't understand. All right, whatever. At this point, we're just. just definitely not working the way it's supposed to be working. My goodness. Blah, blah, blah. I have only like 4 resin models. Really? I have other resin models, just not Warhammer. I've got the Conans, the big Conans. These are big 18, 24 inch models that are resin. But I don't need to be punching holes in those. I've got One Kingdom Death model. And a couple of busts that are resin. But again, they're nothing out there. Again, resins are not, they play by their own rules. You gotta wash them before you paint them. You gotta make sure they're, Stormhawk, G-Lancer Alphas, and something else. What? You got a Stormhawk. Original Lancer? Wow. What is your primary army or faction? Sounds like Space Marines. Sounds something pretty big. Which is awesome. Can't remember who was it. It was on Reddit. There was a guy who posted a picture, 80,000 points of chaos. And it took up like his entire kitchen floor. It was all of chaos, like literally. It was Nurgle, Slaanesh, Khorne, it was just demons, the whole gambit. It was 9 years of collections. It was pretty impressive. Chaos Space Marines and Chaos Knights. Fair enough. Wow. Cool. But I have a lot of points. Ooh, how many? Jeez. How long have you been collecting? At this point. Hello. Oh, let's see, is it working here? It's working here. Is it working over here? Hold on, my chat. Oh, look, it's partially working. It's partially working. I can see chat from YouTube. Italy. Alessandro, welcome. Hello. Well, glad to have you here. Appreciate it. All right, so I've got the chat kind of working. It's on multiple windows. That's the only problem. I need to figure this out. Yeah, technology is great when it wants to work. Again, I'm using a new software. It's not readily available. I'm also helping testing it, so I'm trying to get these bugs out, which is nice. But all right, so the next weapon is 23 and 24. All right, we got 23, 24 all here. Blah blah. 15k painted in Alpha Legion, 12 Knights, 10k in Necron, 9k in Guard. 27 and emperors and children. My goodness. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of points. 27, 37, 44, 53. Yeah, 53,000 points. Wow. That's crazy. That's awesome, but crazy. Wow. Must be playing and collecting for a while then. Jeez. That's awesome. Oh, yes, and I didn't cut the barrel of the other guys. Good. So let's get this thing out. All right. Shoot stuff across the table. Easier when the arm is not glued on. All right, we've got an ad starting in 10 seconds. All right. Too low on that one. Go. Oh, of course. $15 seconds. Gerald Ford, who stepped into the role of vice president, allowing Spiro a new resignation, setting the stage for his later presidency. No idea. Not big into U.S. politics. That's fine. All right. So now we're getting into the third. It's a little bit easier to get set up. Then there we go. That one's a little bit better. Cool. So there we go. Nice little barrel hole. Again, it doesn't need to be too deep, doesn't need to be right through, just enough to show that it's a gun and it's got a barrel. So when there is no new items to it, then it looks really weird. So, all right, beauty. So who's staying up late Friday and picking up Exodites? Guys, okay, there we go. Yeah, that's the right way. It's like it's going to be backwards. Wait, what? So yeah, the new Aldari Exodites come out Friday, so I'll be staying up late Friday night trying to pick those up if they're available at my local game store. I'm hopeful that they will be available. I don't want to go through Games Workshop because I'm not overpaying for those. As much as I want them, I'm not. And I know scalpers will be all over it. So I've waited 30 years for these, and if I don't get them right away, well, I don't know if I can wait another 30 years, but I am patient. So. The shotgun is 50-51, right? If I want the shotgun. Shotgun 50 and 51. Yes, it would be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we got going on here? Nothing. All good. Am I able to respond here? Yes, I am. Okay, well, that works. All right, it's coming through. I didn't even notice if the chat was working on that other screen. Come on. There we go. Which chat was it working? Only the Discord. Only Discord's chat is showing up in the YouTube. Really? Come on. What is happening? Why is it? All right. That's done. Thank you for the follow. Sassian. Welcome. Thank you. How are things? How are working on? What's going on? Continue to try to do a little pilot hole, nothing too big there. All right. Beauty. There we go. Otherwise, how's everyone doing to this evening or afternoon or morning or evening, wherever you may be? It was a pleasant day here. It was come on, stay in there. There we go. It wasn't overly hot. It was warm, but it wasn't overly hot. It was nice. Expecting rain over the weekend. Nothing crazy like, but there we go. That's gonna hold. That's gonna hold. And Mr. Shotgun, because shotguns are cool. I think the only thing cooler than shotguns would be grenade launchers. And 51. And nice, right there. Actually, no, I think of it. Settings. No, that doesn't work. Oh, okay, I can copy that to there. That could work. All right, that's one way of making it work. All right, yeah, I need to think about that and do some experimentation. I think I figured it out, guys. I think so. Hopefully I can get those changes in before the next stream. So if you're new here, we stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then Sunday. However, this Sunday I will be streaming in the morning. Only because I have a date with the wife Sunday night. Or Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. So usually we try to do it on other nights, but There's an event she wanted to go to, and the event she shall go. So we're going to do that. Obviously, if you're part of our Discord server, there's an event happening on Friday. Don't miss out on that. Which will be on Discord. So and I'll share the Discord link there. Beauty. Things are happening. So yeah, Friday night. Gonna be working on something to kill some time while I'm waiting for Exodites to go on sale. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably paint my other intercessors, which are my Space Wolves. Space Wolves intercessors. Nice, smooth airbrush. I'm really proud of that. We just put in the primary colors, about a week ago, and we'll probably continue adding more colors, and then we'll start the highlighting. And maybe some detailing. I don't know. We'll see how far I get. Obviously, they are Space Marines, and they're a squad of 10, so I'm trying to not spend any more time than I have to on them. Characters are the only ones that I'm allowed to sit down and spend oodles and oodles of time on, only because characters will live multiple turns. A squad, Granted, yes, they are Space Marines, so they should be lasting a little bit more than just a turn. But even at that, I don't like spending too much time on squads. It becomes very unmotivating when you spend, like, let's say if you were to spend 4 weeks painting an entire squad, 4 to 6 weeks, and the squad gets wiped out turn 1. They didn't spend a lot of time looking nice on the table. I mean, sure, you got something to talk about and conversation wise in regards to how they look and during setup, but not so much afterwards. It's a bit of a pain. So did I just mix them up? I did. Oh, screw that then. So we got the other bodies here. We'll figure out the different guns, the different scopes and stuff that we've got. We got big scopes, we got little scopes, and then we got big magazines. I'm not even sure what I want for them going forward. I don't think it makes a huge difference. Also, yeah, and then we've got the shield parts. Ooh, do I have enough for across all 10? That would be neat. Maybe. Got the little shoulder pad shields. I'd have to go through my other bits. So I got one there. I got two. I got three. I got four. So I got five. I need five more. I would have two more on the other sprue. That's 6 and 7, right? 6 and 7. I would need three more. I will need to go through my other bits and see what I can do. So, all right. I think most of these guys can Dark Angels. My Space Wolves are more. Give them mostly the big casings. At least these 5 guys. Or 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5. But I've only got 4. I got 4 bodies. All right. See, I can't even count. Got 5 arms and 4 bodies. That's fine. Just 3 and then 4. The other one. That's okay. That works. That's all right. Then we'll figure out the shoulder pads afterwards. So, but one done. Going on. So there we go. 5 and 5. Excellent. Okay, that's the reason for that one. And on this screen, we're still good. All right. Still don't understand that. On the YouTube side. It's supposed to have one vertical, one horizontal. And it seems to be just the vertical. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. That's all right. My apologies. We'll try to figure it out coming days. I think I have an idea, but an idea and actually fixing it, 2 different things. Especially with technology. In theory it should work, but yet it does not. Why? Big bad guns. All right. Excellent. Other. They're good there. I guess we'll use this one. Quick. Anyone know for the Intercessors, can you split them into a squad of 5? Taking a look here. Space Marines. Roll. Blah, blah, blah. Unit composition 4 to 9 Intercessors with 1 sergeant. So yeah, you could do 5. Then you could do a squad of 10. Okay, fair enough. Cool. Grenade launcher, power sword. Auto rifle. All right. Cool. All right, let's see how we're gonna. All right, fine. We'll do this one. Yeah. That one would look better with one of the other guns. Depending on how you... That one's... All right, we'll do that for that one. There we go. Want all the guns kind of on the low side, showing off the chest plates. Again, I'm trying to do them opposite of what I've done for my Space Wolves Intercessors. I want them very different. one's going on that one. Or what about this one? That one looks good too. It's more sure-footed on this one. So sure anymore. No. He looks like he's leaning into it. Another ad. That one. That's all right. That's all right. How's everyone doing on YouTube side? Things working. Things are all right. Anyone working on anything special? Anything new? Exciting? Going well over here. So that's, there we go. So yeah, got some intercessors. And then let's see here. What there? And again, it's not working on this side. No. Oh, of course not. Why? Why would you do that? All right. This one would be, seems higher up, and this one's a little lower down. Yes. But this is not the one that I put the stuff on. All right, well, let's get another one up. That's okay. Or did I use them all up? I may have used them all up. I did. All right, that's fine. We'll use this small one. 5. Put that extra piece over there. Oh, then we gotta get the helmets and shoulder pads. Let's do shoulder pads first. Shoulder pads. It's nothing. It will be nothing special on these guys. So I'm going to take just the regular. Yeah, do just the regulars. Two, 3, and 4. Take it out like that. Excellent. And then take a look at getting the other. Folks, so putting things all together, it's all coming. It's just happening. There we go. Four left shoulder pads, and this guy's just too heavy with his gun. Keeps falling over. I guess I should take out the helmets too, eh? So we already decided I'm going helmet. Unhelmeted will be my Space Wolves. Just because they got attitude. And they've got beards and flockily long hair. They're all pretty like that. Dark Angels? Nah. And they're cool, they're just not as cool unhelmeted. So we will do that. So I've got the 4 helmets there. And of course, so the upgrade sprues that they give you are the 2 little ones. And so they give you 6 shoulder pads, 3 large ones for the blade guard. But you also have 5 hell blasters. So if you do your 5 hell blasters, that leaves you now with 7. Which gives you 3 short. Thankfully, I already have a few upgrade sprues of my own. So I have extra Actually, I'm not going to cut this sprue just because it's a full sprue. I don't want to cut it. However, my previously upgraded sprue, I've got other shoulder pads here. And I'll grab these ones. One, two, three, four. Yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff on this. I think most of it is for the the bikers, I think. And then for the Terminator arms, the plasma gun and plasma cannon, I guess you can call it. So, something to keep in mind if you want the actual shoulder pads. Without the decals, you're going to have to probably get an upgrade sprue or two, depending on the kit. Can be a bit of annoying, especially if you're unable to find the upgrade sprues. I know my local stores do not carry them often. Dark Angel ones, I actually had to place a special order for me just to be able to get the ones that I wanted. And they took a while. So, Vegathon. Hello, how are things? Welcome. Oh, come on, really? Are all of these arms going to give me problems? The little puny arms. How are you doing, Vegathron? Finish up these intercessors and hopefully doing. Definitely going to be able to finish these 5 guys. I don't know if we should be able to finish the other. Maybe start the other 5. I don't know if we'll finish the other 5. Hopefully, shoulder pads stick. Doing good, nice. Did a bit more painting last night. Nearly done with my final base color, and then I can finally start the fun of washing and highlighting. Nice. Glad to hear that. That's great. Yeah, once you get the first set of colors in and everything else, then it gets exciting for sure. Especially if you trust the process and just keep going. Then you start seeing how they all come together. Always a huge motivator going forward. Kind of starts to see where all your efforts go into. All right. Good to hear that. It's coming along. The software is working. Still a few hiccups here and there, but that's all right. At least I got the YouTube chat working, which was a challenge, but I got it to work. Now whether or not I can work it on future streams, that's another question. But at least I got it working, and then, however, I don't have the proper resolution working for my YouTube stream, which is a little unsettling, but it is what it is. With the Exodites being a 5-man kill team, I'm super hopeful it opens up space for a Custodes kill team. Would love to be able to actually play my Custodes in something. Well, fair enough, yeah. They don't have a kill team Custodes? I thought no, I don't think we do. Well, yeah, because it's a 5-man. It's a three dinosaurs with 2 smaller dinosaurs. Let's see here. There is a Custode team. I'm thinking, because it says each fire team. I have to take a look at this. When was the date on this one? Each fire team can have 2 Custodes, but you're allowed 2 fire teams in your kill team, so it'd be 4 Custodes. You can have 4 Custodes total. You can also run with 2 Custodes and 5 Sisters of Silence, or 10 Sisters of Silence, if you want. Okay, it's not huge, but at least there's something. So for some reason, I thought you could, but it was like very limited. And what's this one? Or is this the newest one? That one, oh, that one's 2 years ago. When was this one? This one was, 4 years ago. Okay, wait, never mind. Yeah, 2nd edition. That's what I was double checking. I was like, wait a minute. How is this? Oh, really? Oh, man. Yeah, so that's what it was 2 years ago. Okay, so yeah, then there's the new kill team, the new edition. They're like, no. Unfortunately not. Nope, nada. Oh my god. Oh, geez, that sucks. Yeah. I almost want to think if there was, if there was a reasoning behind it. I don't know. I don't think so. But all right. Okay, that's a bit of a bummer. Yeah, because I mean, I think a 5-man team. It's three riders and then 2 smaller. And the rules are really, like, people are still trying to figure out the rules. The rules came out on Tuesday, and people are still trying to decipher it. There's still debate because they don't get placed on the board. Only the 2 smaller ones get placed on the board first, and then they come out afterwards. It's really weird. And then they can only move 45-degree angles. They can't move 90 degrees. It's really what? And I was like, yeah. And then I think the 40K rules came out today. I haven't had a chance to take a look at them. So yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, the people were still debating the rules, and it's really because they're also the first ones that, what is it? Partial cover doesn't even exist for them, because again, they're such big models, so there's no. And then if guys are under partial cover or light cover, they can see right through that or bash through it, or it's pretty crazy. They're exceptionally violent. That's all I know. They're exceptionally violent and fast. Apparently, they just go crazy. It's explains the semicircle shapes that come with their. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. That'd be their turning radius. Interesting. Yep. Don't get me started on the cover and terrain rules of Kill Team. It's a newbie gun. Yeah, it's so confusing. So it's interesting that you say that. It is convoluted. It's very much the same way as what terrain was in second edition. Terrain was more hashed out third and fourth edition. Second edition, I remember playing way, way, way back in the day, and it was just like, wait, what? They can see it, but they can't see it, but they're here, but you're over there, and that doesn't, it was a lot of debate, and then in the end, it was like, okay, let's roll off, and it's a 6. Well, then it's based off of what I think it was. It was like, oh crap. Okay, and then you move on. So it was, yeah, it's really weird. I just want to be able to play, see the physical units, be able to tell what's happening based off of line of sight, and not 50. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a valid point. You don't want to be all over the place. Trying to figure these things out. I totally agree. Because if it's that, I mean, granted, they want to also have people to partially come up to your own conclusions with it, but it's the problem about writing rules. When you're so in depth in writing these kind of things, and that's what you've been digesting in and out nonstop for, like, let's say 2 weeks, editing and figuring stuff out and trying to go back and forth on stuff. By the end of it, it totally makes fully 100% sense to you. And then to the next guy who's maybe seen it bits and pieces, kind of, okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay. Us people who are not into it all the time, trying to go through it, we're like, that means what? And just, yeah, the wording of it does get confusing. It's hard. It's exceptionally hard. I mean, that's, it's like the same like with the instructions here for building these guys. Like, again, if you're the sprue guy and you know exactly the parts, this and that, it makes perfect sense. But to write really good instructions, surprisingly enough, there's actually awards for that. I'm trying to remember which company I was working at. Actually won an award for one of their instructions just because it was basically, you want the least amount of pictures, the least amount of text. Because again, the easier people can decipher the stuff, the better. And it's just hard to get it to that point. Which is crazy. So, I mean, for the rule writing and all this stuff, and then the FAQs, it's, because they may have thought, okay, blah, 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 and we intended it to be this way, but then we read it and we're like, no, man, that doesn't make any sense. And there might be, just that one little piece of context that we may not have fully gotten, or they may have taken for granted in something. It's just, yeah. It's weird. And it's hard. It's, hard to understand it and hard to write it. I see both sides of the coin. It's really, pain. Because it's tricky to cater to both people who talk in less of a technical way versus those who do. Well, that's just it, you know. And then it's hard, you know, especially if you're a visual learner. You know, they've written it for a reader or someone who's capable of deciphering this kind of stuff. Who can just read and understand and go, oh yeah, okay, that's what they meant. You know, and that's why they try to show you charts and try to show, you know, some sort of pictures. But sometimes the picture just, again, doesn't fully register with the words that were written. And it's like, wait a minute. This guy's this close, but this guy's not that close. And then again, some of it also just doesn't really make sense. You know, like line of sight, especially when it's a full squad and then they're in coherency. And I mean, that's more for 40K than it is for Kill Team. I haven't played enough Kill Team. I've played a few games, but not enough. It is a shame AI programs tend to make things up so often. It'd be amazing to have an AI dedicated to just the rules. And you can clarify your specific question. That's a good point. That's a good point. It'd be interesting if someone actually fed all of the rules over time to each edition into an AI agent. All the pictures, all the rules. I mean, it's something that could be done. Community, do you hear us? We are calling on you. Build us an AI agent that can, with this proper agent skills of all the rules, Kill Team, Warhammer 40K, go on all editions so it understands the context of said wording and pictures and whatnot. By the 11th edition, it should be able to properly dictate at least what's going on. I think that's a great idea, man. Good call out. I mean, that's, if I was younger, that would be an awesome project. If I was younger, I'm not younger anymore, and I don't have the time for it anymore. So much easier when you had it's funny when you're young and you have all this time and you don't realize you have all this time, and then you become an adult and then you're like, damn it, I don't have any time for anything. All your responsibilities and stuff. But yeah, it would be handy for sure. I think that would but again, unfortunately, then Games Workshop would shut it down. They would shut it down. They would not allow it. You're feeding, proprietary information into it. I guess you would have to try. I'm just thinking of the latest lawsuits that OpenAI and Anthropic just settled in regards to copyrights. There would be I think there would be some way around it. I don't know. 100% sure. So obviously you don't want to get on Games Workshop's bad side. I mean, correct. There's enough content creators who are all up in arms about it because, and then they're like, we're getting sued by Games Workshop, but we do stuff for fun. And you look at their websites and they're like, selling Space Marine, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, wait a minute. You're not supposed to use those words and names. And that doesn't work that way, man. You're right. Gatekeeping of the rules through pricey rule books might be one of my least favorite things. Well, they've got some of the stuff online. Granted, it's not the full rule books and it's the more smaller bits, but no, it is a bit of a pain. But I think once you buy it, you're capable of doing certain works to it. That's where I think the previous lawsuits were working through. That as long as you had purchased the books and everything else, it kind of works. I can't remember the full, because some parts of it they actually pirated some of the books, and I can't remember the whole logic behind it. But there is something that we could probably figure something out, and we've got an ad starting soon. So we got what event a significant escalation of U.S. Oh, Arceus Meyer, how you doing? Welcome, Raiders. We're just in the middle of an ad. Oh my goodness. Hopefully you guys are okay. How are things? We're in the process of building some Dark Angels Intercessors. So hope all is well. What event marked the significant escalation of U.S. military involvement in the Vietnam War? I don't know. All this U.S. questions. Like, come on, man. Give us some worldwide stuff. Ads. Yep. Yeah. So, but let's go. The Tolkien Gulf incident. I have no idea what that was. Incident, a critical event that led to the dramatic increase in the U.S. military presence in Vietnam. All right. Tonkin. Well, welcome, Raiders. Arceus Meyer, how are you doing? How are things? We're in the process of building Intercessors. Hello. We got some big guns going on here. We just did the shoulder pads. Things are good. Things are happening. We're just waiting for them to dry for a bit before we start popping in their heads. And then we'll build the next 5, and hopefully we can be done this evening. I think we can. All depends on how things are going. But otherwise, no, it's going well. Thank you. How was your stream? How are the rest of the Raiders? Welcome, welcome. Working on the aggressors. Building, then painting. Nice. Good stuff. Wicked. So. No, we've got... Vigatron. Question for you. Sure. We got a box of Plague Marines, probably a year ago now, and one major part was missing in the back of the torso. My friend built it anyways, but it's literally missing its back. How would you go about making that work? Well, it depends how big the piece is. Sprue glue is good for small pieces and parts. I don't know if it would be best for if it's like missing like a good portion of like a back piece. So let's say, hold on. So for example, it's pretty big. The Space Marine backpack still attaches, but it sort of floats. Okay, so yeah, it would be, so like there's the big back piece, and then you got like a decent sized piece like the chest plate. So I'm assuming it's like something like the chest plate kind of thing. Maybe it's not the full back. I would almost sculpt something, at least on my piece. That's what I would try. But what I would also do to make it maybe a bit easier, especially if you're not a sculptor, is cut up some sprue and just fill it in first. And then you just need a smaller layer on top of it instead of like a huge chunky piece of... well, that's good news. Yes, it is so that's where you got a huge opportunity because it's a plague marine. It doesn't need to look pretty. So yeah, that would, I mean, especially if you want to use green stuff, milliput or whatever, I would fill it in with sprue first, like sprue pieces, cut smaller bits to fill it in, and then you could put a coat of milliput or green stuff on top of it, so you're not using too much of that stuff. Just because I know there's a bit of a shortage of green stuff out there right now. And it's because the company that was originally making green stuff was just done. So they sold their parts to a new UK company, and the UK company is transferring the equipment to their location and whatnot. So it's going to take a while before they start making green stuff. So it's a bit of a stuff. I've heard Games Workshop is pretty good at replacing parts, but the thing is, since it's been an entire year, well, that's just it. You have to almost do it right away. Like you have to show them, hey, here's the sprue. The part's not here. Here's the inside of the box. Here's, the registry number or whatever, the UPC kind of proof of purchase kind of thing. I know they're usually really good. I've heard nothing but good things from their customer service. But yeah, if you've waited just, but if it's been a year, I mean, you could try, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I think you'd be better off just sculpting something or carving something to kind of fit. Because then once it's sculpted, you can sand it a little bit, especially milliput doesn't sand well, but if you use green stuff with milliput, then it makes it a little bit better. Green stuff is good for sanding, but it's usually not as malleable as milliput, so that's why if you do a 50-50 mix of both, what's his name? Jay from Eons of Battle. That's what he does. He does 50-50 milliput and green stuff, and that usually works really cool. So, or even save up some spare bits to use. Well, there's that too. Yeah, you can use that too. Like, again, this is just this from from this couple of builds here. It's in the box in front of me, and it'd be too much of a heck. But I could show you. Yeah, I've got bags and bags and bags and boxes of bits that still need to be organized and go through. That's like a late Friday or Saturday evening project. But yeah, you can go through your bits, and that'd be cool. Have an arm sticking out part of his back, kind of thing. There would be a bunch of cool stuff that you could. You could put some pretty cool pieces and parts for sure. You could do that too. That's the other thing too, is just fill it in with other parts. Because again, it is chaos and it's Nurgle. So you'd be that would actually work really well. I think that would actually be better than the milliput green stuff sculpting. I mean, that's good for a Space Marine or another parts, but yeah, so if you've got a few Drakari arms and mandrakes, kill team stuff, yeah, use those. You could probably fill it in. So, oh yeah, bet you're sitting on an absolute gold mine. Well, the thing is my brother has given me all of his extra bits. And he, excuse me. He's given me a lot of stuff. He's built stuff from AOS to kill teams to 40K, and some other stuff that he's kit bashed for his own armies. And he had, I was going to say, he had 6 armies at one time, sold 2, sold bits and pieces of his others, but now he's down to 4. He's down to 4 armies. He's got Astra Militarum, Chaos Space Marines, Eldari, and Tyranids. Those were his 4. So yeah, he's given me, you know, parts from Tyranid stuff, from all over stuff. And again, he kit bashes so much because he had Sisters Sancresets, the Battle Sisters Kill Team, and another set that he kit bashed, that he built something else. He ended up taking some cavalry from AOS and made some sort of riders or something for Chaos. It was crazy stuff, but he's got... Anyways, so yeah, he's got a whole bunch of parts and stuff. Mine are not too bad. I haven't cut... I tend to not cut out all of my stuff. I tend to leave, you know, everything on the sprue, just because it's easier to identify it, because it's on the sprue. Then I'll be like, oh yeah, that was for blah blah blah, and then I try to mark them down, but it takes up so much space. Now I understand why people cut them and then try to sort them out. And so I've been trying to do that over time, and especially before my move, that's what I started to do, to reduce my sprues. And then I just put them in a bag, and I need to actually sort them out. That's the problem, is trying to figure out a way to keep them separated, but knowing what's what. So I need to like keep all my Drukari in one. I need to keep my Eldari in another, Sisters in another, Space Marines in another. So then at least I can go back and pick those kind of pieces. But yeah. Thank you for the wisdom. Oh, my pleasure. That's what we're here for. Just share the wisdom, share what we know, or share what we don't know, and see what else, who else might know. That is another kill team I would not mind. Some normal Tyranids. All the kill teams are more the monster looking. Yeah. Well, especially, what was it, the Red Terror. That I wanted to try to get, and that's why I'm kind of hesitant that I'm going to be able to get Exodites, because the last time when I wanted the Red Terror set, I mean, at midnight I tried, and they were gone. They were just, nope. I was like, okay. And I was like, I'll try again in the morning at one of my other local stores. I never was able to find it, and it never happened. So I was like, oh, man. So, yeah, I'm a mix of keeping the sprue and not. Well, that's just it. So, sort them by piece or faction. Probably by faction, just to make it easier. Because again, if you try to do by body piece, granted, yes, you got all your shoulders, but then whose shoulders who? Like, it's hard to tell which are which. So if you just keep it by faction, then it's a quick, easy, oh yeah. And then if you want to experiment, then, you know, if you're looking for different things, I don't know. That's a good question. Now that I'm talking about it and speaking it out loud, and well, because if you're looking for a left leg, I mean, granted, you probably wouldn't have one thing of just left legs and then the other one right legs, and or maybe just legs. I don't know. I don't know how specific you want it. I guess it would depend on how many parts you had, bits you had. If you had enough, then maybe it would be beneficial. Left legs, right legs, left arms, right arms, shoulders, guns, belts, whatever, probably. I have quite a bit, but again, because they span so many different things, I've just kept them by faction. And most of my parts I intend to use on terrain. So, I don't know. We'll see. I guess, play around with it, see what works best for you. Anyone out there? What do you guys sort your bits? What have you found that makes most sense and actually works for you? I don't know. Yeah, it looks amazing, but it's really balanced for players. Yeah. Oh, it's one of those narrative teams, I think. Still cool, but I like the player versus player. Yeah. Well, that's just it. And that's why I'm hoping, like, this next one is Orcs and Exodites. So I'm hoping I should be... I'm hopeful that I'm going to get one, or be able to get at least one box. However, Orcs have come back big this year, so it's kind of like, I don't know. Am I going to be able to find one, or the Orc people are going to come out and take this box as well and then sell the X? I don't know. But I mean, I know scalpers will be out in force. Unfortunately, scalpers will be out buying, you know, how many ever boxes of stuff they can get to this kill team right off the bat. More than certain, because certainly if I was a scalper, that's definitely what I would be doing. Unfortunately, it sucks. It is, but that's just, you know, unfortunate. Blight of every physical hobby. Yeah. You know, it's unfortunate. It's also unfortunate that sometimes they don't even sell either. I can't remember who was it. In the last couple of streams I was talking about estate sales. One of the stores that I order from online, they do estate sales, and they get people pass away having huge collections, thinking they would sell these things, at a later date, and pass away, and families are like, I don't want to throw all of this out. This is worth something, and then they go to the store and say, hey man. Or they do an estate auction kind of thing and just, like my Conans came from an estate sale or estate auction or whatever, and the person had 6 of each. Or was it 4 of each? I can't remember. But they only had a certain number, and that was that. And it was like, geez. So, but yeah, it's unfortunate, and it's unfortunate that people actually do buy from scalpers. Unfortunately, there are or else there wouldn't have been, most people wouldn't be doing it. There wasn't that much of a demand and willing to pay that high of a price for certain things. It's unfortunate. It's definitely not something I approve of. Granted, unfortunately, I too have actually purchased stuff from scalpers. Granted, I've waited long enough to try to get at least a decent price from certain aspects. Because, yeah, some scalpers way overcharge, and it's like, wait a minute, like, are you kidding me? This is, a box set's like $200-300, and then they're charging $500, $600, $750, and it's like, whoa there, like, no. There was one box set that was like $320. It got up to $6 or $8, and then I guess they weren't selling, so they started to drop their price, and I was able to pick it up at just like $360. And considering it wasn't made anymore, you know, I paid an extra $60, whatever. I was okay with that. Obviously, plus shipping and taxes and customs and everything else, which cost me a little bit more, but again, compared to what they were trying to sell, it was just ridiculous. A friend who is into Pokemon card collecting. Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, I got friends who are into Magic as well. Oh my goodness. Don't do that. Unfortunately, I cut myself. Let's see. Is that bad? No. Well, it's definitely a clean cut. My goodness. And it's like the hobby isn't already super. Well, yeah, that's just it. I've seen what happens like at certain stores in the U.S. where people are like not necessarily rioting, but like acting like 4-year-olds trying to get a box of stuff. It's just incredible. I'm trying to remember. I believe. I do. Probably not a very good thing, but I do. I have Band-Aids. It's obviously not the first time I've cut myself. Mad Dog, dear brother, how are things? Welcome. Just excuse us, I cut myself, and I'm not bleeding profusely, at least not yet. So, excuse me as so always be careful with your knives. It happens. Happens to the best of us. And I got disinfectant wipes and everything. So goes to show that I've done this a few times. Oh my goodness, what? Beard trimming day? How short? How much? Why did you hurt yourself again? We talked about that. I know. Well, we're good. I mean, there's a little bit, but I'll live. At least at least I get to keep the finger this time. Yeah. Always good to keep some Band-Aids around. It's just, again, I was talking with my hands with my knife in my hand, and that just don't do that. Half length, 4.5. Oof. My goodness. Well, at least it's not all off. I mean, that would be even a worse day, man. For sure. But yeah, that's I was gonna say, do I have anything? I got the booze. I'm going to say like a moment of silence with the bagpipes or something for the beard. Amazing Grace in the background or something. Yeah. Now it's half. Make it hard to wear my helmet. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, long now it's half. It was starting to hurt and make it hard to wear my helmet. All right, no, fair enough. You know, safety first. You got to wear the helmet. Ooh, Monument Hobbies. Welcome. Welcome, Raiders. How are things? Good day. Welcome, Raiders. How's everybody doing? We're building some Space Marine Intercessors, Dark Angels. How's the rest of your stream? I knew there was a giveaway because I was hoping to be there and I wasn't. So, but all good. Jimbo, welcome. Hello. Good day. So flattered to be rated by Monument Hobbies. That's huge. I love it. It's almost Friday. Absolutely. Angry Grizzly. For sure. Almost there. It's a Thursday. But wicked. Chestbox.org. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we've got we did 5 of the Intercessors. Again, Space Dark Angels. We're going to put on the helmets. Just waiting for the rest of them to dry. And then building out the last 5. Absolutely. Leonis Rack Studios. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you. Discord. Yes, my Discord link. Absolutely. If you want to join our Discord, appreciate it. And that's where we also vote on what I paint or build going forward. We've got a little event, Discord members only on Friday. If you're interested in joining, love to have you all. Yeah, it's a nice little group here and getting things together. So, but absolutely. How's everybody doing? How's the rest of the stream? We're also lurk friendly as well, so no worries there. But looking good. And we've got an ad in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So, yeah. Going, Mad Dog. That's right. Tomorrow is going to be a colossal event. Love it. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's could be good stuff. Could be fun. All right, so let's get the rest of this guy's foot together, and we'll be able to get the faces on and get the rest of the bodies all done up. It's going to be huge. But yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, usually we paint on these streams. I'm building only for the sole reason that I just recently moved, and so therefore we painted through most of my backlog. Again, painting was always easier than building, so just trying to rebuild up the backlog right now. So that's why we're building these Intercessors. We're actually building the entire combat patrol for the Dark Angels. We did the Space Wolves before, and then we may do one more, but everything's good. So, but yeah, good stuff. Yes, I will not cut myself. I will not talk with my hands when the knife is in my hand. Unfortunately, need to be careful. It was just merely a flesh wound. It's merely a scratch. But yeah. Megatron, do you still play a lot or mostly build and paint? Unfortunately I play only once per quarter. So yeah, only a few times a year. The people I play with are my brother and a few buddies from work, 3.5 hours away. Oh, and we got an ad. But absolutely. All right. Beauty. Where's your Annabelle? How's it going? Welcome. Welcome. How are things? Middle of an ad for others, but not a lot. Nice. Well, that's good. Did some black stone grilling. Ooh. What'd you grill? Sounds good. Watched Monument. I was watching Monument until I started streaming. So, unfortunately, missed the giveaway. I hate to watch the VOD and then all of a sudden it was like me, and then they decided, oh, okay, well, we're going to raid you instead. Still honored. Still absolutely amazed that they raided me. That's absolutely honorable. Sweet potato fries, couple of burgers, steaks, and oh my goodness. Wow. That's awesome. Getting me to salivate and just... Damn. Good stuff. It was very... yeah, I can imagine, man. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. That's probably the best part of summer is the grilling. Absolutely. That's awesome. Awesome. Again, welcome in, Raiders. Honored and happy to have you here. Again, we're building Space Marines, Intercessors. Coming in. Doing pretty good. Again, we usually paint on these streams. We're building at this point, just trying to build up my backlog back up again. I just finished a major move, and we ended up painting everything before the move. So, needing to rebuild now. Been doing a lot of building. We built a couple of 2 combat patrols. We'll build probably 1 more. I built some conquest figures. Probably another vehicle. Already got stuff primed, so we're going to start painting those. We've got an event happening on Friday, so on Discord only for Discord members. So if you'd like to join us at C7 Hobbies Hangout on Friday, doing something exciting. join our Discord and join us as we paint, build, and watch Warhammer things. So all exciting. Anybody else out there who's building anything cool, exciting? I think we're looking to continue to build and paint other cool stuff. I think we're going to probably build a combat patrol of Battle Sisters, Adeptus after this, and then maybe the battle box of my Eldari. Or if I can get an Exodite box this Friday, maybe we can build that. Because that would be cool. That would be super cool. Some orcs and Exodites would be like the best thing ever. I've waited 30 years. We've had rules for them for 30 years, never had models. Now it's happening. So heck yeah. Cool. Yeah. Some kick-ass Space Marines. And of course he's too heavy front loaded. So he's going to just lay down for a bit. Come back to this guy. Let's do the other 4. That's the 5th one. Beauty. Awesome. The other one is 17 and 18. And thankfully it's a new sprue, so it's easier to find the parts if I can see. Yes. 18, 17. There we go. But yeah. These are good. Pretty awesome. It's going to be what's happening is if we can finish these guys and then this weekend we'll be able to prime them, and then I think that's what I'm going to probably do tomorrow. I'll probably end up finish painting up my Space Marines, Space Wolves. These are my other Intercessors that we got airbrushed, and I just put in the primary colors last week. They were done for my 100th stream. So we're now up to I think 103. I think 103. Double check here. 104. So yeah, it's we're getting there. So making some progress, and then yeah, be able to do some more painting. I've got some busts as well to do. So yeah, if you want to join our Discord, that's where we vote. We vote on what everybody wants to see happen. At least, and then if there's not enough votes, well then I get to choose. But usually it's everybody's on the same page. That's 19 and 20. That's the left side and the other side. But yeah, no, it's usually pretty chill here. Just building, painting together is, you know, get stuff together. It's a good way of, you know, making a dent in our in all of our piles of opportunities. Because that's definitely what they are. so much opportunity there that gotta be positive about it. But yeah. So yeah, we've got the Discord, and also I got we've also got YouTube. I got YouTube long form stuff. However, my long form is very different from most others. I deal with the psychology of the hobby. Why the psychology of the hobby? Well, I've been here quite some time on this earth, and when I got back into the hobby, I went to Reddit and I was like, oh my god. Everybody's complaining about all the same things, and there's things that we can do about it, things that we can help some of the younger generation. So try to, help out with regards to, gaming ethics and just, how do you handle yourself at the table? You don't touch other people's dice or models. Always ask for permission, and don't compare yourself to others. Comparison is the theft of joy. But it's always easier said than done sometimes, and so I talk about that on my YouTube, and been doing it for just about a year, and got one more episode to do, and then I'm going to move on to kind of my season 2 of stuff, of more senior stuff. CDs. Redeem stretch. Oh, nice. Let me just finish this piece here, making sure I've got that all cleaned up. Welcome, CDs. Oh, my goodness, yes. Oh, in my old age, that is definitely nice and helps. How's it going, CDs? How's it going? How was your stream this afternoon? How have you been? Actually, I'm going to also take a hydration. It's going. Got my second slice done. Nice. Well done. Got to hear that. Wicked. These all built or painted? I can't remember. Remember the first one was painted. Can't remember if you had them all 5 built. Oh, painted now. Okay, yeah. Cool. Well, that's exciting. So you got 3 left now. Your mini I have is built. Okay, cool. No, nice. Okay. Making good progress. 4. All right, fair enough. Okay. Cool. Well, nice. Right on. Glad to hear that. Making progress. Always a good thing. It's exciting, too. Love it. There we go. That is this piece. You can play with unpainted minis. You can't play with unbuilt minis. That is very true. However, it depends on who you're playing. I only say that just because when I started the hobby, unfortunately, I played with a very, very toxic group, which was very unfortunate for me. That even if they were not painted, you weren't allowed to play. Didn't deserve to play. Which is really silly. Well, that's just it. That's just it. Like, that's... So it was really unmotivating, in a sense, to, you know... I mean, it was motivating to want to get your guys painted, but it was very unmotivating just to be part of the gang. the things were, it was very much WYSIWYG. Everything, what you see was what you get. There was no proxies. There were no, oh, this guy's got a shotgun. Well, no, he's got a pistol. Therefore, he has a pistol. And it's like, but I'm telling you before we start the game that it's this and that. And yeah. Needless to say, I did not stick around very long with that gang. I'll give one of these. Yeah, well, that's just it. It was, it's unfortunate, but also gave me the experience to be able to talk to other people about it, and that's what I was, also do on my YouTube is talk about, hey, gatekeeping and dealing with certain aspects and different types of people personalities. It happens, unfortunately. And, it's not like every hobby's perfect, unfortunately. They're not. Neither are we. But we can always try to be just a little bit better every day. Try to be, a better version of ourselves and try to be the type of people we wish we had when we joined the hobby. And that's what I try to do is, I wish I had people who were able to just provide some insights, provide some guidance, and show that, hey, you know what? I'm not going crazy. Things are not going bad. That attitude start with one person and then spreads, and that's what I hate. That's true, And there's gatekeeping, and then there's, certain ways that you have to do things. And it's like, come on, man. I mean, that's why I love Monument Hobbies. They're great. Great people, great products. Good stuff. It's always nice to have, good people like that in the hobby. Always helps. Can't wait for my paints to come. Oh, I bet, man. What did you get? What's on the order? I think the only thing I'm missing from Monument Hobbies is the metallics. All of Pro Grill. Well, that's what I have almost all of them. I'm missing the one step, but that's because I live in Canada and I'm waiting for their Canadian distribution to open up. I know it's supposed to be soon, so I'm hopefully be able to pick up both sets because I think, both sets are coming out soon, I think. For one step, I didn't get the one step. That's what I'm missing, the one step and the metallics. That's it. That's all I'm missing. I got all the rest. All nice and pretty. They're my go-tos. I love them. So I'd like to try to learn the one. I like to get the one steps and try to use those. Those would be great, especially considering I've heard good things. Oh, that's just it. They're great paints, but they handle very differently. As long as you're aware of that and you know that. But they are also very consistent, and that's probably the biggest thing. It doesn't matter if it's the yellow, the purple, the green, whatever. They all handle the same way, and it's amazing. It reduces a lot of the, because especially my older paints, and those are the old Warhammer paints, the old Army Painter, like V1 version Army Painter paints, which are like, oh my god. There's certain of those paints where you got to water down like a lot, and others only partially, and others it's just, you can do it right out of the thing, but you got to shake them for 10 minutes. With Pro Grill, you shake them, you take them out, and boom, you go. And the coverage is fantastic. It's always the best. Should cut that for an ad for Monument Hobbies. So, but why not just get this? The special sauce. Well, there is the special sauce, and I'll get the special sauce as well. Apparently, the special sauce is something you can get, and you can make your own paints very much like the one step through the special sauce, which I also want to get. I want to get special sauces in the one step as well, and it's just, yeah. I want them all. I want to collect them all. 25, 26, this up here. So yeah. So I'll probably get them both. I'll get the 2 sets plus the secret sauce. Gotta catch them all, absolutely. So I'll probably get those, but I gotta wait because I'm in Canada. I purchased most of my Pro Krill straight from the US, but that was also that was before everything that's happening right now, unfortunately. Or thankfully, that's when I bought it. So it was still expensive from a shipping standpoint. Right now, to do it, that's why I'm waiting for the one step to come to Canada before I order, because I can't afford to pay all the extra fees and taxes and everything else on it. Unfortunately, it's way too much. Yeah, so take that and double it, and then add some more. That would be my shipping. Then I would have to pay taxes and my customs. I can't even remember what it was before. It wasn't cheap. I knew that. I remember. I remember heard the price and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Ah!" But I really want those paints. Fine. I did it. And so, yeah. Pay custom on gifts. Well, so when you ship stuff, you got to tell them what's the worth and everything else. So as soon as they come into Canada, depending on the amount and how high it is, you have to pay the taxes on it automatically once it reaches a certain price. And I think with the changes in stuff, I think you still have to pay, even on the lower price stuff. Where at one point we were like, "Oh, you're okay up to like $100 or $150 or something." I can't remember what it was before, but now it's you got to pay almost everything. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I do customs for work, but we were talking $100K worth of products. Well, even just the smaller stuff too. And in Canada, we also, we have higher taxes here in Canada. So we pay taxes on almost everything. So even if things come into the country, you got to pay your taxes on it. And then there's some sort of, there's fees and stuff at times. But yeah, it's, let me check my cheat sheet. Will do. But yeah. And I can't remember if there's tariffs on it. I think we removed our joint tariffs because again, we removed the reciprocal tariffs just because we're not going to pay for that. So, but no, it's there's a cost to bringing stuff. 60 Canadian is customs free. Okay, yeah, so it's as low as 60. But again, if I'm going to buy the Pro Krill, both one step, both sets, it's US. Even if it's a gift, I believe so. I don't know. I'd have to. But again, I haven't. Again, if I pay it through my local game store stuff, then there's no. I'm helping my local game store, and then I don't have to pay all the extras. Then my taxes are included on it. So, Adrian's Brush, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. How are things? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Always welcome. Always thankful. But yeah, it's sending you greetings from the Netherlands. Ooh, another European. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate it. How's the weather in the Netherlands? Things are good here. We're building some intercessors. Talking about monument hobby paints and shipping and customs and all the extra stuff. Of course, what's going on with trade around the world. Again, don't want to get too political or into the political way of things, but always. By the way, love that fabulous beard you have. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I may need a trim, but it won't be much. But finally, what happened was I went for a trim, and I kind of over-trimmed a little bit, and I was like, ah. And my mustache, I have nice handlebar mustache with a nice curl. Unfortunately, I trimmed the mustache too much that I lost the handlebars. I was almost crying. Oh my God, we got an ad starting in 3 minutes. And it's only now finally gotten long enough to be able to start the curve again. I try not to put too much product in because the build-up gets really bad. But yeah, I'll probably put in some product in the next day or two kind of thing. But yeah, I appreciate it. I had one done yesterday, a little touch-up. Well, oh, nice. Nice. We've got one of our viewers. He ended up having to almost half his trim. Half the beard have to be trimmed off just because he's having problems trying to put it on his helmet for his bike. So the weather is moist and damn last few days. Oh no. No, us it's been fairly nice. However, we've had a lot of thunderstorms with tornado warnings, which is not normal around here. Unfortunately, it's becoming normal around here. That's the problem. I think it was last year where we actually had a touchdown just a few kilometers away. But yeah, it's gotten worse. This year we've actually had 5 or 6 tornado warnings. It's been insane. So yeah, it's getting worse, unfortunately, but hopefully nothing happens. CDs. Well, if I sent it to you, it's $65 US, which is $95. You have to pay taxes, duty on the $30. Yeah. The $30, and that would be, I don't have a calculator out, but no, you don't have to send it to me, CDs. I appreciate it, but no need. Like I said, I'll wait till it comes out. It's coming out shortly here on. And again, I'd like to support my local game shop, but I appreciate it. Flattered. So yeah, I do need. Again, I did it the wrong way. That's why you dry set your pieces before you actually put the glue on. Oh my goodness. So there we go. There we go. They're about to release the second wave like next week. I know. It's yeah, it's at the same time, and then like they said, they mentioned the we're gonna have Adrian Servash. I almost visited Canada in 2 weeks from now to visit the Bearded Villains World meet. Oh, you don't get ads. Well, look at you, sir. We do get for the others, so I wanna make sure you have turbo. But again, I don't want to have the others missing out on everything else. I just want to be considerate for others. Let's see. Bearded Villains World Meet 2026. But the prices were insane. Hoping next year they do London for the world. What? Bearded Villains World Meet? What is this madness? What? Bearded Villains. Look at that. Oh my god. There's one in Lakeshore. Wait, what? Oh my god. What is this? Idiots with beards, really? It's just reading it, man. Bearded Villains World Tour Meet. What? Oh my god. Now I gotta look this up. This is insane. What? Oh, this is awesome. World Meet 2026. All right. For charity, doing stuff in this world. And saying, oh no, absolutely. That's amazing. Oh jeez. That's crazy. I'm gonna definitely have to look that up. Yeah, it looks like there's okay. It's cool, but yeah, I can imagine the prices. Yeah, it's insane for traveling anywhere at this point. It's just crazy. Absolutely. Can you name the individuals who served president? Why with all the American questions, Frosty Tools? Come on, man, give us something worldwide or something us Canadians can answer. Hello from Colorado. Welcome. Hey, Guy. Hey, it's Guy. I love it. Welcome. Absolutely. Oh. But that's cool. Bearded Villains. I'm gonna keep that going for sure. CDs. Holy cow, the Canadian dollar is taking it. Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying, my friend. That's why I'm like, whoa, man, whoa. Like, yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough here. But it's, we're doing all right. Welcome. All right. Again, get into AOS would love. yeah. AOS. Did people still play OS? No, unfortunately, we're building. Today we're building. I'll probably be painting over the weekend. We got the Space Wolves to paint. Obviously, we've got a Discord only event tomorrow evening. So if you guys have joined our Discord, do so. We're gonna have some fun with that. But yeah, today we're just doing some building. Basically, since my move, I painted everything or almost everything on my backlog, and so I have very little to paint. So we're looking to try to build up that backlog so I can start painting again. So In order to do so, we've already built. This will the second combat patrol. We'll paint. We'll build maybe one more combat patrol, and then I should have. If I do squads of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we'll have 14 to go. So I should have more than enough for the rest of the year to be able to paint. But yeah, it's so yeah. But again, slowly but surely we're making some progress, and then. Got the setup for the airbrush, so I still need to experiment with that. I'm still not sure about my whole YouTube setup. I just started to stream back to YouTube, but the software that I'm using, for some reason this time, decided to do a vertical on both feeds for some reason, and it's supposed to be one vertical, one horizontal. I don't know what's going on. And then I thought I was going to be streaming on Kick, and that is not actually happening, so I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I'm going to play around with the software. Again, I'm going to ping the guy who's working on it and see what else is happening. And again, it's in beta, so we'll try to get some of the bugs out and hopefully get that up and running. CDs. Well, if you do need someone to ship you something, I will. But after 5-hour stream, I'm beat. No worries. I appreciate it, CDs. Always. Thank you so much. No worries. It's 5-hour stream. Really? Wow, man. You're a machine. Good on you. But no, I appreciate it. But again, I appreciate you even just stopping by, just saying hi. Always thankful. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, afternoon, evening, and we'll chat later. Thanks so much, CDs. Absolutely. Appreciate it. Always. All right. So let's continue. And let's continue without cutting ourselves or hurting ourselves any further. Guys, just get me all motivated and worked up. I'm telling you. All good. So, but yeah. That going. All right. Still beauty. Sign. Awesome. There we go. Ah, jeez. Pushing too hard. Easy. They're just little men. Adrian's brush. I started to follow you on some channels, but for now, I'm going to search for my bed. Stay cool, stay frosty, and see you soon. I appreciate it. No worries, Adrian's brush. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in, stopping by. Hope you have a fantastic night's rest. Have a great day tomorrow. Enjoy the Friday and the weekend. I appreciate it, and we'll hopefully chat soon. Thank you so much. All right. Beauty. Love it. Good stuff. There we go. Got 3 of them up and running. We got 2 more to go. Will we finish tonight at this rate? Probably not. A little disappointing, but that's all right. We're take it in stride. We'll be okay. See 33 and 34. I think I'll have to finish them probably offline. However, at least I got their bases done. Again, we got them on cork bases. I think it's 3/4 inch. Put in some texture paste on top. We'll get some primer on them once we glue them onto it. And I probably won't be able to do those before Friday, so they probably won't be part of the Friday excitement item, but we'll I think we'll deal with my space wolves first. Or actually, no. You know what? Considering, again, I already know this. People come to watch me paint, not build, and prefer to see the paint than build. And what I'll do is I will not paint my space wolves tomorrow. I will continue to build. That's what I will do. We will continue to build. We'll continue to build out other stuff, even on the Sunday stream. Again, Sunday I usually stream first in the afternoon, but I'll probably stream in the morning. Like I said, that's something else that's coming up Sunday afternoon that I gotta do and have, and so I'll probably stream Sunday morning, which will be different, but at least my European followers will be able to catch more of a stream. My Asian people will probably still be in bed. But, or actually no, if it's first thing in the morning, no, it might be earlier evening for Asia. Oh yeah, I think that'll actually might work out this Sunday. And then I might change the stream on Sundays, just because streams on Sundays are usually pretty quiet, and people are more on Sunday evenings than they are Sunday afternoons, which I get. I get it. So, everybody's got stuff they want to get done on a Sunday afternoon and relax in the evening to watch a stream and whatever. So, makes sense. So we'll take a look at that, and we'll see how this Sunday goes. Again, just play around and see what works, see where people are able to make it. But yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays are working fairly good so far. I used to stream Wednesdays, but then stopped because of my move, and I had to move things, packing and getting stuff together. Right now it's a lot of unpacking and dealing with other stuff, but it's all good. Things are slowly falling into place. It's doing well. So, always appreciate just the comments and the lurking and just hanging out, getting stuff done. So, as it should be, trying to clean up our piles of opportunity. Or, what's the other word that somebody had brought up to me was pile of... it's not coming to me now. Well, there goes that train of thought. Unfortunately. My goodness. But yeah, so we're building these intercessors. We're doing good progress. We'll probably be able to get a few. I don't know if we're going to get the last guy done in time. Be able to just build out the guns. Again, it'll be all just big ass guns and whatnot. On top of that, should be able to this weekend start the Battle Sisters. Dipped a sword. Whoa, way too much glue. All right. Beauty, folks. Love it. Excellent. All right. That over there. Anyone else looking forward to picking up Exodites on Friday? Or are they just picking up the box set for the orcs? I can imagine a player who wants orcs looking to get the box, and then all the Eldari players are out there trying to pick up this box set. It's going to be... It's going to be an interesting Friday evening. I know a lot of people are waiting for them individually instead of buying the box set in order to save some money, which is good. I'm looking forward to getting this box only because I actually want some orcs. It's the only reason why I was actually contemplating getting the Armageddon box was for the orcs. I was like really tempted, and I mean for the Space Marines, yeah, sure I could use a speedster and I could use maybe a couple of new leaders and whatnot, but in the end I was kind of like, I have quite a bit of Dark Angels and Space Wolves and everything else, but yeah. Excited to finally get some Exodites. After 30 years. I'm telling you, man, 30 years. I've been waiting for this. Second edition. We had rules for them and never got any miniatures for them. I was just... How disappointing. So close, but yet so long. so long. Waiting for these. I have no idea what color and stuff I want to do for them yet. There was a post in Reddit. I think someone had shown off 30 different reptilian color matches and stuff for it, which I saved so I can go back, but I definitely going to do my research, and because that is going to be my own another craft world. So I'll have Samham, Althway, I will have the pirates, I will have Harlequins, and then now the Exodites, which will be my separate. So I want to make my Exodites very different. I also want a different color because, again, I haven't started my pirates yet, but I'm probably going to do them in a teal, jade color kind of thing. I have the red for Sandham. I've got the black bone yellow for Althway. My knights, Imperial Knights, instead of painting them red, I wanted them in blue because, again, I want to... I've got enough red. I have enough black due to my Battle Sisters and Drukhari. So I wanna liven it up a little bit. Ooh, Mad Dog, appreciate the bits. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate what you do with this channel. Thank you. I'm back. What did I miss? Well, you missed 10 bits. No, I'm kidding. No, all good. Just talking about Procreal paints, one steps, talking about shipping costs and custom fees and tariffs and whatnot without trying to get too much into the politics of things. And then Adrian's brush from the Netherlands came in, and Mad Dog, you gotta check this out, man. Bearded villains. They are bearded men who do things for charity around the world. They have a huge world meet in Canada, 2026. Bearded villains. I'm like, what? Wait, what? Oh my God. I have heard of them. They are cool. Really? Oh, geez. I have never heard of this stuff. I'm like, what? Beaver bronze, moose silver, cobra chicken gold, and lion VIP diamond. And you get different... Oh my goodness. When is this being held, this world event? 2026 world event. Okay, so the chapter here has been around for 5 years, but where's this event, man? Get tickets. Sorry, there are no products in this. Oh, boo. Lame. Yeah, I need to find out more about these guys. Family, charity, loyalty, respect, brotherhood. Very cool. Yeah, because I've got... so I've got this beard product over here. Viking Revolution. But I use some of their products. They're okay. That's what I should do, is get sponsorship for beard stuff. That'd be neat. I could do that. I can get on board with that. That would be fun. So yeah, and then yeah, Adrian's brushes apparently got he's got quite the beard as well, because he was hoping to come in and be part of this group and everything else. And more beard, absolutely. So, because I was telling Adrian about when I did my trim on my beard slightly, I overly trimmed my mustache, and then I lost the curl. And finally, it's getting long enough. It's coming back. So I'm going to be very, very careful going forward that I do not very carefully trim the mustache. I think it's my favorite part of the whole look right now. It's a nice curl mustache. So, But yeah. Then on YouTube we got on YouTube we got, hey, it's Guy who came in from Colorado asking if I should get into AOS. And wanted to see more painting, but mentioned again, still trying to clean up through the backlog here of cleaning up some stuff here before I get back into my painting. But I do paint every once in a while, but we're trying to, again, build so then I can just focus. Vegathron, I have a terrible habit of picking at my stash while driving. But only on one side. You can see the problem that leads to, no doubt. Well, especially if you do just the one side, then the one side gets curled and the other one doesn't. And that's, the other one feels neglected. So, but yeah, I've actually needed to buy more brushes and or proper beard brushes, because now the beard sometimes really starts to puff out because, again, with the humidity it gets really rambunctious at times, and so I gotta brush it a few times a day. And again, when I'm in the hobby mode or when I'm in work mode, I'm like total focus, and all of a sudden realize, what do you mean 4 hours, 8 hours have passed, what? And so I want to keep a brush, unfortunately, near my desks, my hobby desk and my work desk, just so I can help brush it out a little bit more. Yeah, a few times I just say, damn, I just got to get rid of it all and then start again. I've thought of it, but no, I won't do it. I did it once. My wife was like, never again, don't do that ever again. So thankfully she will not allow it and will let me, and I'm okay with that. But the mustache, I was almost in tears when I trimmed it, and I trimmed it in a way. It was a new way of trying to trim the beard with the mustache to try to kind of blend it in, but still have the curves, the curl. If I wanted to keep the curl, it was just a way of trying to, have like 2 or 3 different looks with it, kind of thing, and just I didn't pull it off. It was very much a learning experience. One of those moments where you wish real life had a Control Z. I totally get it, man. It happens. Yeah, there's days and moments where you feel like, man, can we get a do-over? But unfortunately, there isn't, and it's deal with what you got, and sometimes it always works out in the end. No matter how bad things get or seem, they always tend to work out in the end. It's easier saying that after the fact, but it's certainly when you're in those dark and crazy moments, it can be tough and hard. But it is possible. It's one can do it. So everybody's got their struggles. Everybody's got things that they're dealing with, and it's another reason why, with this community, try to just be nice to each other and just be polite and respectful, and there's already so much crap and stuff going on elsewhere. There's no need to bring that into our hobby. Some of us only have so much time in the hobby. Like, there's a guy at work, he's like, with the kids and all of this and that, and he's like, I barely get the chance to paint. And I'm like, don't worry about it, man. The hobby's always here. You're not going to miss anything. And also, different ways you can, carry your a few paints in a bag, and once the kids are in bed, you're able to set up real, like, in 5 seconds, and off you go, kind of thing. And there's little hopes and tricks to get through things and do stuff and whatnot. Been trying to keep my best to keep the hobby clean and everything. And dude, it's hard because you meet those people that just won't leave stuff. Yeah, I know. I know. Well, that's just it. It's our hobby space and hobby time. Should be happy, friendly. We don't, despite the politics of things that are happening and going on around here, like there's no need to, like today we talked about tariffs and shipping stuff without having to deal with the politics stuff. And now I've got streamline. I love it. Oh my God. Stream Elements put Frosty Tools into a timeout. Oh God, with too many emojis. I love it. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Oh, that's too funny. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, really? That's oh, I gotta fix that. Where is it? Did I put that? Timers, counters, no. Settings, users, add, name. Not really. All right, I put it as a regular, and it should allow. So if I go back to, all right, Matt. Oh, funny thing is, there are politics in Warhammer. Warhammer has its own politics. Why can't we talk about that? Those are way more interesting. Like, I wonder if the Imperium has political party. Yeah. Well, that's just it. Absolutely. There's just. And it's to the extreme in Warhammer too. That's the craziest thing, and that's the funniest part too. Especially when it was done in the 80s, 90s. It was extreme of what it could be, and it's at times where it's almost real life. It's something we. It's crazy, yeah. People want to talk about all the other stuff, but not the makeup stuff that we want to talk about. Let's see here. If I go back to spam filters, the emote protection, exclude user groups, regulars. All right. So Frosty Tools, you should not be. You shouldn't get timed out again. That's too funny. Oh, Mad Dog. Like, imagine if we had political parties like Warhammer political parties in the real world. I think that would be too cool and chaotic. Well, that's just it. It would be chaotic. Yeah, it would be absolute crazy, over the top, too much. Definitely in that regard. It's yeah. I mean, again, it also, the Warhammer world is also the world, we don't want to be part of. I don't want to be part of. Or, what was it, the article I was reading at one time, where there was talking about, where people were like, oh yeah, I'd love to be a space marine and this and that. And it's just like, no, you don't, man. No, you don't. it's a gruesome future that it's not something we should be proud of or excited to be part of. I mean, even the newest cinematic trailer that they did for the Armageddon, where you will not be forgotten, or you will be forgotten, and what was this saying? Depends on the chapter, though. Yeah. Fair, but I mean, it's the continuous battle, and it's just you will be forgotten kind of thing, where it's just, man, there's just too much. It's not something to be proud of or happy about. It's the grim, dark future. Yeah. No, it's a cool escape. Is definitely what it is. It's a nice escape to just, with all the other things that are going on, it's a nice consistency. It's actually, I think it's in my, is it this Friday? Then I've got a release coming up. Videos. No, next week. But yeah, it's I can't remember. There's so many I go through. Hard to keep track sometimes. Dark Angels, all day, every day. Extremely honorable, exactly like how Arthurian knights are. They honor their dead and what they do in the past time outside of fighting is incredibly shocking and fascinating. True. I mean, there's there's stuff for the Eldari as well. In regards to, I mean, then there's the crazy Drukhari and Harlequins and whatnot, but they're each thing. It's all fun and games, and it's a game. It's fun. So, but all right. Let's see what we got going on here. And again, still silly YouTube. It's probably because I think I know what I did. That's probably what I did. I think I know what I did. All right, let's see. Do we have anyone we can see? Anyone that we can raid? Who's on here that's I don't know. If I go through my software, let's see here. Smart raids. Yes, but they're not painting or building anything. I don't want to raid them. They're playing video games. Anyone have any recommendations? Willing to hear any recommendations for... See who we've got else here going down the list. Trying to find. Oh, there's that. Oh, and they also have. Poor titles, I can't look. Understand what they're doing here. see. Antifreeze. Let's look at them. They're a new Games Workshop streamer. One. All right, let me go back. All right, yeah, let's go raid them. Beauty. All right, if you're willing to be part of the raid, I greatly appreciate it. If not, no worries. I appreciate you nonetheless. Again, thank you so much for spending your time with us. Again, last time, we've got our Discord, we've got my YouTube, got a wish list, buy me a coffee if you're into it. Otherwise, we'll see what happens. And if those of you are part of Discord, join us Friday evening. That'll be fun and exciting. Always appreciate it. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll talk soon. And we'll start this raid. Absolutely Mad Dog. See you tomorrow. Appreciate it. Search. Why is it not even coming up? There we go. Beauty. Awesome. Again, thank you so much, everyone. We'll chat soon.
Meltdown, thanks for the raid. How was your stream?